Finally! I've been waiting for this for ages. I am so excited. What, we've had the call? You look panicked. Why? This is going to be a breeze. Fair and honest. It's the Ofsted way. And may I ask your background as an inspector? You worked in a secondary school, so you've never worked a day in primary, yet you're here inspecting a primary school. No, that makes sense, that makes sense. Let me take you down to our EYFS department. There's no way an inspector can just make a decision after 10 minutes and then spend the rest of the visit trying to justify that, can they? Can they? At least we know this 2-day snapshot isn't going to have any negative lasting impact on pupil intake, academy choice and, general workload. These inspectors have really improved me as a teacher. They're such inspirational people. Why the long face, Mr. Inspector? You look like you need cheering up. Let me tell you a joke. You ready for this one? What's the difference between a plastic surgeon and an Ofsted inspector? Well, a plastic surgeon, they tuck up features, and an Ofsted inspector, right, 4 o'clock, I'm going to call it a day there and go home. Just get rested, ready for that inspection tomorrow. Don't need to do any more work. Listen, I've got my armbands, I've got my goggles, I've got my rubber ring. I am ready for this deep dive. The advice and support these inspectors have given me over the past couple of days is nothing short of incredible. I can completely understand why these people are paid the big bucks. I mean, would it hurt to ask all these grilling questions with a smile on your face? Bloody hell, lighten up a little. You're in a school, for God's sake. What's that, requires improvement? Yeah, don't we all? You're asking me a question about my workload, Ofsted? Really? You don't see the irony in that? Right, okay. Well, no, yeah, it's fine, because if I was to tell you the actual truth, you're going to use that to downgrade the school, which will then only make my workload 10 times worse. Listen, Mr. Inspector, if you just stop interrupting me for 1 second, I'll answer your question. Flipping heck, you're worse than my year 2s. Do you not find it weird that the inspectors always manage to find the most articulate and knowledgeable children when getting a feel for that student voice? You're telling me you're judging a lot of this based on what Charlie can remember about his learning last year? Charlie, he makes stuff up all the time. Yesterday he convinced the whole class Boris Johnson was his dad. Actually, that one might be true. Ah, the Ofsted logo. Raising standards, improving lives. Well, I'm not sure about the raising standards bit, but my life's been improved since leaving teaching because of Ofsted.